internet's messiest and hottest P320 just got hotter and messier. What's up everybody, Benoit here and welcome to Tactical Fellowship. The purpose of today's video is to bring you up to speed with a couple little doohickaroos that I have thrown on a pistol that we have grown to affectionately know as the Mess. The Mess is my custom P320 and you can check out that original video link above. Since its debut, I have added on 4 additional pieces of hardware and kit to make this gun even uglier and messier and more shootable than before. Let's jump right into it with talking about the Armory Craft takedown lever. This delicious wedge of takedown power is going to effectively help you disassemble your 320 because I want to be happy and I want to be glad and I want you to be happy and glad when disassembling your 320. This is their sport version. Stock is kind of like a big fat thick toenail. Go ahead, push down on your toenail. That's what it's like using the standard lever. This sport takedown lever makes maintenance a breeze. But what's the holster compatibility with this guy? It does slide into my Safariland. It does slide into my Red River Tactical. It does not slide into my Tier 1 Appendix holster. All right, moving right along, I want to show you this stipple job by Steady Grind Design. This is their scales version of texturing. I mean, look at this border, look at this texture. Some of you know that I actually have some issues with the X Series grip. I find it to be thick, I find it to be chunky, I find it to feel like I am holding meatloaf. And so this texturing actually accomplishes 2 things for me. First thing, it slims down the grip just a touch, and then it also gives my hand solid purchase. Now, my good friend John Lovell would say that you should stick to your gun should not stick to you. And this texturing really gets close to that place where the gun really is sticking to me. To be sure, I'm not appendix carrying this next to my belly button, because that would rip it up, and I don't want a ripped up belly button. One last pro tip for those of you that are doing modifications and selling stuff online. If you are assuming something, you ought to be asking the person something. Amazing work. The only thing I would add to the Steady Grind Design guys, if you have any doubt, send a message to the person who owns it before you make an assumption and your assumption proves to be wrong. It is almost impossible to over communicate, especially when you're working on somebody's precious, even if it is messy and kind of ugly. And we are now into the home stretch of the things that I have done and modified on this gun. And one of the things that's fantastic you should consider for yourself, especially if you're using that X Series grip, is I bought the Wilson Combat Extended Magazine release. This thing is fantastic. So I can present, and then without breaking my grip, I can just boop, pop that magazine button and it slides right out. So boop, no movement on my grip, and I'm able to get it. Poor Lena Michalek, she's actually trying to do this with an offhand because she can't quite get it. So if you are struggling to hit your magazine release because of the X Series grip, or you have a small hand, this extended magazine release button is fantastic, though it is a bear to get these things out. So effortless, non-grip shifting magazine release, yes, you probably would love this on your gun. The last additional but small thing that I added to my 320 has to do with the flashlight. So the Surefire X300 comes with small little nubbies, small little paddles that you use to activate your light. I replaced my paddles with arc enhanced switches by Filster. So they come in a 3-pack. All 3 different module sizes are bigger than the original. There's a large XL and then a blank XL. So the large and XL are textured, and then the large blank XL is not textured, so you can kind of do with it what you want. And so basically they come and they stick out a little bit further, so that when I'm gripped, I can just have my thumb come and push however I want, like that, and it works really good. Also too, when I'm pushing down, real nice long lever if I want to go up or down or whatever. Guys, if you're not already doing this, blue Loctite on when you slide the paddle onto the metal arm. that will keep it from falling off. These things will fall off on you, and that's just a little bit of extra insurance to keep them where they need to be. You could put different ones on either side too. So if you want a long one on this side, you could. If you want a shorter one on the other one, you could do that as well. So that has been a solid upgrade for my light, which is on this gun all the time, because this is the way I rock and roll. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that little tour with me, some of the additional pieces. Guys, your gun may be a visual tragedy like the Mess, but the eye of the beholder matters, and don't judge a book by its cover. And guys, as always, ride fast, shoot straight. Shoot, man. We'll see you next time.